What's up, softball players? Coach Dan Blewett here, and I want to make sure you're doing 3 really important things to prepare for your next season. So if you don't follow me on YouTube, make sure you do that today. There's a red button down here and a subscribe bell. You hit those, you'll be notified every time I release a new video because I put out new stuff each week and I'm trying to help you get better at throwing, at strength training, at the mental side of the game. So if you like my videos, definitely consider subscribing. So the 3 things I want to talk about today, because I work with a lot of softball players over the years, and there's a lot of consistent trends. Like players will spend on hitting lessons, they'll spend on pitching lessons, but a lot of the times fielding and throwing mechanics, they get overlooked. So if you don't yet have the arm strength that you want, here's what you need to do this winter. Number 1, you need to get a video analysis. Now, fortunately, Samsung phones, iPhones, there's so much good high-speed video out there that it's really, really easy to get yourself on video, and you basically just want 4 different views, from straight on, from exactly on both sides, and from straight behind. If you get those 4 views, you'll be in good shape where any good pitching coach or softball throwing coach can analyze your video and say, okay, I've got all the different views I need, and I can see here's what you're doing at this position, all the key checkpoints in the throwing motion. So everything starts with knowing where you are today, and getting good video is really, really critical. Number 2, you should be on an arm care regimen. So if you don't do something for your rotator cuff, for your shoulders, you need to get on that, because all these muscles, especially your rotator cuff, which are pretty much all the muscles back here, they're a major factor in how hard you'll throw. So if you're not doing something on a daily or weekly basis to strengthen your rotator cuff, you're just losing a couple miles per hour and you're leaving them on the table. It's something that until you're hurt and you're injured, a lot of times players don't believe they need it, but it's performance enhancement even if you're already on a good strength program. And then lastly, if you're not on a good strength program, that's going to help you do a lot of different things in throwing mechanics, because lots of times when you don't have enough core strength, enough lateral hip strength, your body won't be ready to do some of the things that a coach might ask you to do. So when you get better body control, when you're stronger, especially through your legs and your core, you can do more of the athletic things that a coach wants. And then you can make these adjustments easier, and then you can move on to the next thing, and you can, again, sort of progress and develop faster. So those are 3 really overlooked things. Lots of young players don't do strength training. There's a lot more that are doing it than ever, I think, but there's lots of players who still think, oh, I can wait, or I can do it at school. You need to get someone who really knows what they're doing, who can give you a good whole body workout at least 2 or 3 days a week. Your arm care needs to be integrated in. Most school programs, even if they're well run by coaches who care, they often don't have a heavy arm care consistently mixed into it. So for me, it's an hour of working out, like your strength training workout, and then at least 15 to 20 minutes in addition to that, whether it's at the same time or it's at another time during the week. You need to be getting that consistently, both of it, the strength workout and the arm care. And lastly, if you're spending money on hitting lessons or on pitching lessons, but you're completely overlooking your throwing, you might be missing the big keystone that could either make or break your collegiate aspirations. Because if you can't throw hard enough across the diamond, most collegiate players throw at least in the upper 50s, you're just not going to be able to play a position at the next level. So unless you're a pitcher only, you need college level arm strength, which means upper 50s by time really you're in that recruiting age of sophomore, junior year. So don't overlook it. There's tons, I'm sure, of baseball guys in your area. If you don't know a reputable softball coach who's really good at teaching like the modern way of throwing, because there's a lot of old drills out there and old things that we learned as kids, whether you're baseball or softball, that we're passing on that aren't just necessarily optimal ways to throw or really good, effective drills. So if you don't know, number 1, you can do some analysis, use some of my other YouTube videos to help you piece through, okay, I'm probably making this flaw that Dan had a video on. There's a lot of other good coaches on the web you can find who can probably help you make sense of your analysis video, or you can take that to a coach, and I'm sure they'll do their own videos as well, and then get analyzed and have a good idea of what stepping stones we need to put in place for you to get from point A, where I don't throw as hard or as accurately as I want, to point B, where I now throw considerably harder and I can play more positions. And if a college coach comes to watch me, they'll say, okay, she can do this at the next level. She's got the arm strength, she's got the footwork, she's got the fielding ability, she's got the bat, and then the mental toughness and all that other stuff, the softball acumen, okay? So hopefully I just want to share a little bit today. Hopefully this helped, because again, the biggest thing is having a plan. And if you don't have a plan yet, these 3 things we talked about today will hopefully give you a good jump start into making one. All right. So again, if you don't subscribe, hit the button down there today, share this with a friend, and I'll see you in the next video.